Hello everyone, this is Chris, aka TheDarkWall, and I have Paul Ferguson with me from Candescent Games, aka Pherg. And he is one of the developers who worked on Tinertia, my new favorite yet aggravating game that I've just been having a lot of fun streaming lately. So, Paul, tell me what's going on here.
So right here is just the intro cinematic to our game Tinertia. You play as this little lovable robot guy named Weldon. And he's just an explorer. He's checking out this brand new planet that no one's ever discovered when his ship gets hacked by this computer-controlled entity called the Ark, and then fires a laser, blows up his ship, and leaves him stranded at the center of this hollowed-out planet.
That looks like a douchey planet. That looks like the companion cube after he's been neglected for like 500 years.
Yeah, he's kind of a jerk. He's got some daddy issues for sure.
Well, this looks like the start to a sucky day. Alright, well, tell me about Weldon. What is the design behind Weldon?
So he's just this derpy little robot. He's got this rocket launcher arm on, and that's kind of his main mechanic for moving and shooting. But we didn't want him to come across as, you know, this Master Chief, Halo, big grizzled gruff type dude. We kind of wanted to make him lovable, a little bit like Wally, kind of this like pathetic hero that, you know, you root for as an underdog, but he's not the guy who's going to run out there, you know, guns blazing, shooting dudes in the face.
You obviously haven't seen me play this game.
You do a lot of guns blazing, shooting in the face?
I try to model my playstyle off of Vegeta from Dragon Ball Z and just blast shit.
Well, that's also that's why we give you infinite ammo. We want to make sure you can shoot as much as your heart desires.
Yes, that infinite ammo RPG. So tell me, for those who haven't seen the live streams I've been doing lately, what is it that makes Tinertia a unique and interesting game?
So the main hook here is that it's a hardcore platformer with no jump button. Instead, what you do is you flick the right stick to shoot rockets in any direction, and if you shoot
like
feet,
this?
Exactly. The explosion pops you up, and it's a lot like Quake 3 or TF2 style rocket jumping to get through these levels.
Yeah, that is... Oh my god, I remember when I first discovered that in... Oh, what was it? Quake 2. Those were a lot of unnecessary deaths, but it was a lot of fun.
There's nothing quite like the sensation of limitless speed as long as you have your skill and you're shooting the rocket at the right angle and just flying through levels. It's just... It's a unique mechanic that just feels different than almost every other basic form of movement.
So, who thought up the idea of using explosions to move around the stage?
Well, we wanted to when we were first prototyping a couple of ideas, we wanted to try this idea of physics-based platforming. So it kind of comes from this weird place of me and my partner Velas, we used to like throw a bunch of grenades at the bottom of a warthog and see how high we could launch it in the air based on explosions.
Oh, I remember those YouTube videos. Those were fun.
Yeah, it's just it's really fun to just use the physics of that world, and we wanted to see what we could do and how we could break it and how we could like just mess with it. So this prototype kind of came from that place where we had this little guy and he was jumping around with a lot of physics-based stuff. So we'd jump on like a grenade and it would shoot him up in the air, and that was really fun. So then we're like, well, what if the guy can just shoot the grenades? And then we realized we had just made a 2D rocket jumping platformer. And
that's
just kind
pro
of
skill in case you missed it.
Yeah,
now this is a level that's very special to me right here, this part. Because this is my pro strat legit MLG pro moves level. Now you think, oh look at this, you obviously go down, go up, oh look, there's even a tutorial there, that's definitely what you're supposed to do. Yeah, if you're not a man, this is what you really do. Yeah. Oh, well, that's a much crappier version of what I did before. Oh, well, you see, in my other version, which I'm going to play right now to prove that I did it, I totally MLG'd this level and beat Adambydefault. He thinks he's so cool.
That's one of my favorite parts about this game is that it allows you to kind of like puzzle platform in a way to figure out how you want to tackle the level. It's almost impossible for us to constrain players from abusing the geometry, but that's kind of what makes it cool. You can use 2 rockets on that wall and get some double hype to skip this jump, or you can just spam a couple rockets across the ground. Everybody kind of has this different way of moving through the level, which is one of my favorite things about the game.
As you can see, mine revolves around being reckless and dying a lot.
You gotta go fast, man.
Exactly. Sonic the Hedgehog, he don't got nothing on this. Sonic's been avoiding me. He's been ducking Wendell. Or Weldon, I'm sorry. I've named him Wendell.
He's got him outgunned.
That is one of my favorite things about any platforming game is when they get physical with it. I love the ability to just like go crazy and just do stupidly fast things and get yourself screwed over, but in an awesome way. And then when you don't screw yourself over but still go super fast, you just feel so cool.
Yeah, it makes you feel like a boss.
Yes, it does.
Most games that we've been playing for the past 30 years, like Mario and Sonic, you hold right and the character runs at his max speed. So as you're going through, as long as you're able to connect your rockets, you're just going to continue going physically faster. So people who are better at the game are actually faster than you. They didn't just memorize the level slightly better. They performed better. They shot at the right angles. They manipulated their physics to go.
All the things I'm not doing right now. Okay.
It's a tricky mechanic. It takes a while to hit that, to start approaching that skill ceiling.
You know what is something that's a telltale sign that you guys knew what you did when you made this game is that you have a B button that instantly restarts stuff. So when I start realizing what an idiot I am, I can just mash that thing and get it, try again. Just forget it.
We knew we had to get you back into the action as fast as possible.
Oh god,
there's nothing. Have a 45-second "you are dead" screen every time.
There's nothing more ragey than a game where it's like you're gonna die a lot, but it's like, hey, you know what? You want to spend these next 10 seconds thinking about what a loser you are? Go watch this game over screen. Do that.
Exactly. They're kind of rubbing your nose in it.
Well, Weldon respects my needs. I like that about him. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is I'm going to give you an example of good and bad Tinertia play. Let's just take a random example, like, I don't know, Adambydefault. Let's see what he's doing. Try not to throw up, please. Now, while we're doing this, you tell me, what is one of your favorite things that went into this game?
Definitely my favorite thing is the physics, basically the feel of moving around. There's all this tons of nuance that you gotta put in there to just make the game feel right. And when somebody just picks up the game and they've started shooting rockets and a game just behaves the way they should and they've got no complaints and every time they die they feel it's their fault, it's just very rewarding. It's kind of what we set out to do from the get-go. Yeah,
now that wasn't a good example of true physical skill there. I mean, look at that. 0.2 seconds slower than mine. That is just disgusting. Let us see skill. This is what happens when you understand physics. Oh, look at the beauty. Look at it. It's almost naughty how beautiful it is. There we go.
I love that flow, especially at this level in particular. Just connecting all that stuff together and just never feeling like you lose any speed. It just feels great.
Now, I wasn't able to get that level of mastery, but I want to show the viewers the top guy. This guy is just crazy. I love this guy. He is a monster.
Yeah, Shibe is ridiculous.
He's got it on like every level. Yeah. I beat the final boss in like a minute and 20 seconds. Like, yeah, I did that 30 seconds quicker. Deal with it.
We met him at the, not this PAX, but the year before then, right when we had launched in early access. So he's just been banging away on the game and just destroying the leaderboards for a little over a year now.
Oh, no wonder he's such a demon. Tell him that I say he's a cheater. A cheater!
I'll let him know.
Alright. Now, one of the things I really like about this game is the difficulty curve. I feel like it's really well fine-tuned. Tell me about the thought process you guys had and like how you wanted to make it, like how you want to make the difficulty curve in this game.
Well, for this game in particular, it's really kind of been, that's our main challenge. That's a thing we spent the entire year that we were in early access, besides adding on the levels to the end of the world, the game, is just refining this curve and trying to find that sweet spot where people who are really good at the mechanics and really good at platformers can just pick it up and start feeling the challenge, but not alienate the people who might be really good Super Meat Boy, like the Super Meat Boy Speedrunner, for example, but the nuance and the strangeness of our twin stick platforming mechanic just completely, evades them, and they need, an hour to get comfortable with the mechanics before we can really start putting the screws to them. So it's really just been a year of watching YouTubers and Twitch players and streaming with players and just kind of examining how they play across the spectrum, from people who don't play at all to people who literally speedrun Meat Boy, and just seeing how they all tackle the difficulty and just smoothing out all the edges wherever we could to make it a good experience.
You see, what I like about this game is that I can see there was a lot of thought that went into how you guys added the difficulty, because there's like, for instance, in a later level, they start introducing like having lasers flying down a shaft while you have to move up a shaft. Mm-hmm. And then they sort of they leave that on the side for a while. You've got that down. And then you start having the level fall down around you while you're going up a vertical platform, and then you pair the two together.
Yeah, it's all about kind of putting in those little tiny pieces and then building up a more complexity over time. Once they've mastered one part, throw another wrinkle at them. And we try to do that throughout all the levels, is make sure we don't repeat any mechanics. For example, you don't see a lot of lasers in the rest of the levels. Level 3 is all about slippery surfaces and these water tubes. So we really wanted to make sure that because you don't change your mechanics, the world continues to change and constantly throws a new wrinkle, a new challenge at you.
Oh my god, this game, towards the end of the game, it's just, there's a lot of bad words that happen in my stream, I'm not gonna lie. A lot of bad words happen.
People get real creative with their swearing in Tinertia.
Oh, I don't want to make this an adults-only interview, so we're not going to talk about that anymore. But yeah, I did have a lot of fun with that. I feel like you guys were really smart in that.
Thank you.
Alright, so, in gaming these days, I feel like it's not enough, though, to just, I beat the game, that's it, we're good. I think people want a little bit more for their money these days. They want to see, they want to do more with the game after they've beat it. So tell me, what do you guys do to sort of address that modern want that people have? What is there to do after I've beat Tinertia once?
Well, every single level we've got these two mechanics called a target time and then a par that you have to shoot as few rockets as you can to complete. So these two medals that you can go back and actually earn throughout every single level. And we've kind of put those at a spot where if you just complete the level, that's great. But if you are mastering the mechanic, we kind of set these as like the next bar to achieve to really, prove that you've got the mechanic down. And,
to prove that you're better than Adambydefault is what you just said to me.
Exactly, yeah. So we kind of have those in every level, and then we've also got this speedrun mode where the goal is to beat an entire world, all 9 levels on a boss, in as fast time as possible. And then we also have our super challenging boss rush mode where you fight every single boss in a row, and you have to do it all with one life, without dying, essentially.
I got to the third boss, and then I said bad words.
Yeah, that's kind of the ultimate challenge there, because the bosses tend to be our highest difficulty of all the levels. So that's really the ultimate challenge.
I feel like I'm due an apology because this game has made my viewers on my stream lose respect for my gaming capability because of its evilness. Please tell them that this is a very evil and mean game.
It's definitely it's one of the hardest games that I've ever made, for sure. And definitely a lot of people, whenever they play it, they say it's up there with the toughest games they've played. Personally, I don't think it's quite as challenging as some of the Super Meat Boy stuff gets in terms of pixel precision and really like the amount that you have to be, 1 frame longer and you die. But because it's this crazy different mechanic and you want to go fast, that's where the challenge comes in, is going very fast and maintaining your speed while not dying.
Because you make it feel so damn good to go fast. It's like, yeah, I could be slow and intelligent, but damn it, I got rockets and I don't have ammo limitations.
Exactly. A lot of times people die because they're trying to move faster than they probably could handle, and that's really where I think a lot of the challenge comes from.
This is not an example of that. Oh god. we got this. This is under control. We're smooth. We're cool. Oh my god. Okay. We're gonna do this. I'm not gonna make a fool of myself again. My viewers will respect me. Oh god, these things. The lasers. Oh god, the lasers are so mean. Okay, we're in a nice, quiet place. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this is one of the first games that Candescent Games have ever put out.
Yeah, this is our first game that we've published as a studio, yeah.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Tell me about how you guys came to be.
Well, myself and Velas, we worked together right out of school. We both ended up graduating around the same time and got our feet wet at this one company back in Boston. So that's where we met each other about 7 years ago now. Then that company, we moved out to LA with that company. That company went under, we split ways for a little bit, and then we both were at a point. He had started the studio, he'd been kind of doing his thing for a year, and then I had an opportunity to change jobs and was just like, hey, you wanna try this indie thing? And I was like, hell yeah, let's do it. So we kind of spent the last 2 years just kind of throwing caution to the wind and just trying this out.
Yeah, that's one of the things that I've really liked about indie developers, and this is my outsider perspective on the matter, but I feel like indie developers, they don't necessarily have like a massive amount of overhead because they don't have like massive staffs compared to like companies like Capcom or like EA where they have to pay like this whole army of people, and I feel like that sort of gives you guys a little bit more agility in terms of being creative. You can go out on more limbs.
Absolutely. When you've just got 2 guys programming, you can just look over and be like, hey, I'm adding this thing, what do you think? Oh, that sounds great, here's an idea, try to implement it that way. And it's just the speed at which you can prototype and get things together is just, it's unparalleled to the AAA guys.
Okay, so we're gonna go to my regular save game, and we're gonna do some higher level stuff, because that wasn't brutal enough for me. I need to embarrass myself far harder than that. So we're going to go to one of the most... Oh my god, it feels so good when you beat a level in this game when you get to these upper levels, because they're so ragey, and then you get one, and you're just like, yes! This level was... This is where I got impressed with you guys' implementation of difficulty level, because I had dealt with these little falling things before, no biggie. Although they were a little faster, but whatever. I got this, I'm pretty MLG pro, yeah. Then, this happened. And that... We didn't even get to the embarrassing part yet, because I'm going to embarrass myself before embarrassment has a chance to do it for me. So, this happened, and yeah. As you can see, I'm doing really good. I've got a very firm grasp on the game. I may be one of the people you want to go to for trailers, because I've just got this so good. So, you just launched this game. It's been, oh god, it's been like a couple weeks. Now,
yeah, it's been a little over a week now.
Tell me when Tinertia 2 comes out.
I have no idea, man. We are still focusing on our console ports right now, and then if we could, I'd love to continue making these games, and if there's a spot for Tinertia 2, I've got a whole bunch of ideas, but we're not sure what's going to happen next. We might need a break from the platforming scene, try to do something new.
Oh, that's cool, Are you planning any kind of additional content for Tinertia?
We are trying to, we would love to. If we get the game starts doing well and we can afford to put out some new levels or a level editor or something like that, if there's a big enough community that could help to support that, then we definitely want to keep adding stuff to the game. But we don't have any concrete plans for DLC or more levels or anything as of this point.
Oh man, I needed a level editor. Viewers, get him, buy lots of games. I don't care if you buy 3, just buy this game over and over so TheDarkWall can have a level editor, please.
Yeah, we'd love to do that. Level editing is something a lot of people are asking for, and it's just no better way than, let the community build their stuff and punish each other.
So you said that this is going to be coming out on consoles too?
Yes, PS4 and Xbox One. We are currently working on porting those as we speak, and hopefully get those done early 2016 is when we're trying to launch them.
Okay, we're going to go to a less embarrassing level now. Alright. Let's see, what level should I do? Tell me something that I should try.
I'm a big fan of Factory with the anti-gravity stuff.
Okay,
that's kind of a fun section.
Oh god, I remember anti-gravity. Okay, which one? I must know which one.
We can just start on, let's say 3.
3, okay.
Yeah,
just remember that if I am embarrassed, this is all Candescent's conspiracy to discredit the great and glorious DarkWall.
We built these levels specifically to do that.
I had a feeling. Okay, here we go. Oh, yeah. You can't get me, Candescent. You can't get me. Oh god, I think they might get me. Oh no, they didn't get me. I was just trying to fake them out.
Have you played around a lot with the replay system?
I have. In the sense that... Oh, I don't know. Should I show the final boss? I don't know. That's my pride and joy, but... Ooh. No. Huh?
Yeah, you can go ahead if you feel like it.
Okay. I have received approval from the great and powerful Candescent Master. Okay. Now, you guys are going to learn today, if you don't want final boss spoilers / amazement at my skills, I suggest you turn away. Okay, so, here we go. Oh, that's Shiro. We don't talk about Shiro. Whatever, Shiro. Go away. He's a cheater anyways, I've heard.
He's definitely using some dark magic. He's another one of those guys who've been playing for over a year.
So this is the giant douchebag cube. Look at his douchiness, but I'm breaking all of his little Electro things. And this is like how good it feels when you find... Because I died so long in this game. The people watching my stream, I died at this boss for like a good half hour, if not more. Yeah, this boss was rage.
He's quite epic. He's about as long as a speed run of a level.
Oh my god, this boss was just... The thing that I love about this game is the bosses, because the levels are great, don't get me wrong, but the bosses are in any game where the personality of the game shines through most, in my opinion.
Oh, I hear you. It's all about bosses. That's why we make games.
Not to mention this, I love this. You're just like, boom! Feels so damn good. Alright, now...
with all of our bosses, one of the weakest things I think of a lot of platformers are the bosses. Usually there's just some time pressure that forces you to run through and kind of do regular level mechanics. So we really tried to make sure that you had to do something different, whether it's shooting the guy to slow him down or the boss is shooting at you as you're trying to platform around, so you're gonna dodge a spit or whatever. We wanted to make sure that just every boss felt different.
At this point, I was cursing at him about how he shall feel my wrath, and I will make him bleed his robot blood. It was so good. Oh my god. Alright, well Paul, I thank you very much for making an awesome game and coming on here to talk with us. Everyone, buy Tinertia. This game is absolutely incredible. You will not regret it, and you will get me a level editor. So if you don't buy Tinertia, I will hate you forever. Well, no, don't unsubscribe me, but yeah, I'll be a little bit mad at you. I can't never be mad at you. Never mind, I take it back.
Well, thanks for having me on, Chris. It's been great talking with you.
Alright, well have a good one, Paul.
Alright, take it easy.
This has been Tinertia with Paul Ferguson. Click the cards at the top right of the screen to see more Tinertia, as well as other games I've done. Also, click the link on screen or in the description to be sent to the Steam page for Tinertia, where you can get a copy of your own. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, maybe even subscribe. Or if you want to be my best friend, you can share with all your other friends. They aren't as good of friends as me because we're best friends now, but still, I mean, if you could let them in the loop, they'd appreciate it. They've been talking. Anyways, I thank all of you for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.